If you are a fitness or wellness coach that is not committed to generating $300,000 to $500,000 annually over the next decade, just go ahead and click off this video. I want to be honest and upfront because every single thing I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be irrelevant if you don't have that goal and have not made that commitment to build that type of business. Seriously, because everything I'm going to teach only will work if you made that decision first. Now, if you are still here, my name is King Holmes. I am the CEO and founder of the Fitness Empire Advisory, where we help fitness and wellness coaches become high-level CEOs and build multi-six-figure fitness empires using paid ads and sales systems. Now, a lot of fitness coaches, they probably don't know this, but never build a real business because they never decided that they actually want one. A lot of fitness coaches say stuff like, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not an ads person, I'm not a numbers person, I'm not a system person. Like all of these different limitations, labels that they are actually putting on themselves that is not allowing them to actually grow because they stay within this one identity, which is a fitness coach. And every one of those labels keeps you operating exactly like that and not as a CEO. But every one of us have to go through that stage, right? Like I've been through that stage myself where it's like, I'm a fitness coach, I'm this, I'm that. Even when I was a gym owner, right? Like we can't just put these labels on ourselves because then we just only start to operate like that. Now, when we can look at ourselves as founders, CEOs, and high-level CEOs, then we actually take on a different responsibility and we start looking at business differently. So as we all started here with the fitness coach identity, right, where we acquire clients through warm traffic, referrals, we deliver a great service and we actually get our clients results, right? So those are like the three things that we focus on when it comes to this fitness coach identity. But when you only focus on those things, then your revenue is limited, your notoriety is limited, your authority is limited, everything is limited because you're just only operating in that one identity in this little circle. And at a time before, that was a big goal, 10K a month, 8K a month, like that was a big goal before, right? But once you hit it a couple times, you realize real quick that one, you need more profit. So you need to make more money in order to get more profit. But when you stay inside of that identity, you just keep running into the same issues and you feel like you're on this hamster wheel. Now, when you walk into the high-level CEO identity, now you're like, okay, I want to learn sales. I want to learn ads. I want to learn systems. I want to improve my leadership. I want to actually understand how to read data and how to make decisions based on data. And I want to understand how to control my emotions, how to actually evolve and have some emotional intelligence when I'm operating inside of my business. These are two completely different identities. And listen, the fitness coach gets people results, but the CEO builds the machine that delivers those results at scale. So as a CEO, when you start looking at things from a macro perspective and you're like, okay, what do I want to build over the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you understand that all of the tasks, all of the decisions that you are making today is going to allow you to build that fitness empire that is generating 300,000, 500,000 every single year. And now you have a 7-figure fitness empire. So in order to build that, you have to stop thinking small. You have to stop running your business like you in survival mode. When am I going to get my next client? Only doing tasks that allows the business to operate the next day, the next week, or the next month. And then any decisions that you have to make outside of that time frame, you procrastinate and delay those decisions altogether. And this is exactly why you feel stuck and the business isn't trending in the right direction. So 10K a month, 20K a month, even 30K a month, right? Those are targets, but it's not the actual goal. The goal is freedom, predictability, cash flow, and longevity. So you got to start asking yourself, what does freedom look like? First, start in the next 12 months. Don't ask yourself what freedom look like next month, right? What does freedom look like in the next 12 months? And then in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 8 years, in the next 10 years, start asking yourself, what does freedom look like within that time frame? And now when we talk about systems, now we got to build a system that could predictably allow me to actually get to that destination. And then we reverse engineer it and make sure that we're stacking the cash flow. Cash flow is going to compound over time and continue to stay aligned and have a mindset to look at this business from a longevity standpoint, not a short-term standpoint. And that's exactly why we have the 7-figure empire model. There's one avatar, one transformation, one ecosystem, multiple vehicles. This is the same exact model that I started building in 2017. And by 2018 and 2019, I had a multi six-figure fitness empire with multiple delivery vehicles. And I had a team member operating in every vehicle, and I had freedom, I had cash flow. And now I want the same exact thing for you.
Now, let's actually break down the entire ecosystem so that this actually makes sense for you. The organic content is literally the baseline, the foundation of your entire ecosystem. Okay, so this is why getting to $8,000 to $10,000 a month organically, or even if you're at like 5,000, anywhere really between 5,000 and $10,000 a month, you can pretty much, especially if you don't have like a really huge audience or, you know, this really big personal brand, that's pretty much the baseline. And you may have some random $20,000 or $30,000, $15,000 months here and there, right? Like a couple random months, but that's not going to be consistently what you're doing from an organic standpoint. So getting to having your organic and you are reaching, you know, $5,000, $10,000 a month organically, that works because that's a really good indicator letting you know that, hey, you're ready for paid ads to scale to $25,000 to $50,000 plus months. Okay. So having that organic in place is very, very, very important. And it's not that like when you start running ads that, oh, now we're actually about to start not doing organic content. And you may hear me say that, right? Because in some instances, especially depending on like what business model you have, you want to have the organic content there. It's not that it doesn't exist at all. If you have a digital footprint and it's there, we can definitely leverage it using retargeting ads and things like that. Just because it exists on your page does not mean that every new prospect that comes into your ecosystem have seen it before. A lot of them, it's going to be the first time they've ever seen the content that you have on your page, even if you posted it 12 months ago. So that's why the organic is important, but the paid ads is pretty much going to amplify what you already have organically. But if you don't have a system in place, then it's going to show you all the weaknesses. It's going to, you know, expose all the leaks that you have in your business if you run paid ads without a system on the back end. So the self-selling sales system is a combination of retargeting ads, long form content, emails, SMS on the back end, and also a series of 3 to 4 videos that these prospects can watch once they book a call, right? So the self-selling sales system does 80% of the selling for you. So by the time they actually get to the call, you're just navigating the call, making sure that you know what your anchor is right there on the call, and you lead with that anchor and you get a decision right there on the call, right? So using the self-selling sales system, we have multiple clients that are closing anywhere between 40 to 65% using this self-selling sales system. Now, here's when things really can go to the next level. If you have the right system in place and you really look at your business from a longevity standpoint and not just the next, you know, month or the next 6 days, 7 days, next week, you got to look at this from a bird's eye view in the full totality of your business over the next few years and the next decade. So we run in ads and we have organic content and we start acquiring clients, right? Two things are happening once you acquire these clients. What most people are doing, they'll acquire a client, they'll fulfill the client, maybe they retain them, right? Maybe they get some referrals and they get, you know, some more clients, right? This is normally what people are doing with organic. They get a client from organic or referral and they kind of just rinse and repeat this system, right? But if you're getting clients with paid ads, and you have a good system, you got a good program, you get good results, the same thing is going to happen. But paid ads is just going to get you more clients on the front end. And then on the back end, those clients are going to give you referrals too, right? But here's the thing, this is why you have to look at this from a long-term perspective, is because this referral from retention may not happen until 12 months from now. If you acquire this client and you have a 3 or 6 month program and you keep that client for 6 months and then they sign up with you again for another 6 months, between that time frame is when they may give you a referral. But here's the thing, they probably referred 3 or 5 people. So if your program is $3,000 and let's just say that you were running ads and it cost you $500 to acquire this one client for $3,000, $3,000, they're also going to refer you 3, 4, 5, maybe even more clients later on down the road, which could take anywhere from 6 to 12 months. But now what's also happening is we're showing you how to take this $500 and use our client finance system, reinvest back into ads, and go and get some more clients. The client that you got from that cost you $500 to acquire this client, but you have a program that is $3,000. That client doesn't pay in full, which is fine, but they pay you half to get started, and then the other $1,500 on the back end. So now we collected $1,500 cash, and it cost you $500 to acquire this client. We show our clients how to take that $1,500 or the $1,000 net profit from what we paid to acquire this client, and we show you how to go and get another two. So we could take $1,000 for this from this 1,500, put it back into ads, and it's going to go and get us another two clients at $3,000. So two of those, $6K. And then the cash that we collect from here, we just put it right back into the client finance system, reinvest into ads, and go and get some more clients. Now imagine what this would look like if you was to do this over the next 12 months, over the next 24 months, over the next 36 months. It starts to compound over time, because there are two things happening when you acquire a client. We show you how to go and get 2 to 4 more clients from the cash that you collect. And when you get those clients, we show you how to continue to do it. It's going to look up, and you're also going to start retaining those clients. So they're going to pay you some more money, and then they're going to refer you clients, and you're going to get more clients like that. So most coaches focus on 1, 2, maybe 3 pieces of this entire equation, but the Fitness Empire CEO builds the entire ecosystem and focuses on every part of the system. And you're looking at this from a long-term perspective. This is why it's very important to also understand how to control your emotions and manage your emotions and make these data-driven decisions. These are all numbers that we're talking about, but you got to manage yourself. Of course, you're, dealing with humans. So you've already got that down already with how to actually coach these clients and get them results. But the next level version of yourself, the next level CEO of yourself, you're going to need to learn how to manage your emotions and look at the numbers and do exactly what the data tells you to do.
The main driver in the hybrid executive suite is coaching, and it attracts clients that actually want coaching, right? Even though it's a local business, you're not going to be getting, clients that want personal training. I'm not saying that you won't get any leads that ask you for personal training, right? But for the majority of it, these are going to be clients that are just like high ticket online coaching clients. They can have you there to get some coaching in person. So the advantage is, like I was saying, and it's not a lot of, it's like the competition. It's not like somebody is going to be having this same business model in your area. It's not going to happen. Maybe in 2027, but for the most part, it's not going to happen. And when we accept hybrid executive clients, we accept clients that want to do the hybrid executive suite. We don't accept clients that are in the same area, right? So we're not going to have multiple clients that are in marketing in the River North and from River North to Lincoln Park to Lakeview. We're not going to have the same clients that are marketing in those areas. So we only take one client in each area to make sure that every client that has an executive hybrid suite is going to dominate. Lower CAC, I haven't seen a CAC over $400. Typically what we've been seeing is anywhere between $150 and $350 for, a program that's $1,500 to $5,000. Higher trust because it's in person. Like I said, you can still do the premium pricing. They still get a community, and the retention is still really high. Hybrid executive suite is not a gym. It's not personal training, no boot camps or like group fitness. It's coaching. And I only recommend it for people who are already coaching. If you've done online coaching before, but maybe you burnt out from online coaching, or you started to see your CAC go up and you want to kind of do some more in person, like in your area, maybe like people are asking you to do some more in person stuff and you want to kind of bring back in person, but you don't want to do go to personal training route, right? You want to still be a high level coach. Hybrid executive suite will be perfect for you because it is still coaching, and you're using a small executive office. Overhead can be anywhere between $250 to $750, and you can create kind of like an office too, right? Like I have a client where he pretty much created his own hybrid executive suite at a powerhouse gym. I helped him navigate through, okay, what he should actually get, where he should actually go to get it, and he set up his hybrid executive suite, and he enrolled 10 clients with a $1,500 ad budget in his first 30 days. And I think he was only paying $250 for the space. Now, from an economical standpoint, we'll use this as an example. So say you have a $2,500 offer, it's a hybrid offer, and say this is a 4-month program. You can, bank on your CAC being anywhere between $150 to $500. If you are a woman selling to other women, it's most likely going to be anywhere between $150 to $300. For a man selling to other men or selling to other women, you can expect anywhere between $150 to $500. And the cost for an appointment anywhere between $50 to $100. So let's just say that you started off with a budget of $50 a day. Expect one appointment booked a day. You started off with a budget of $100 a day. Expect 1 to 2 or maybe even 3 appointments booked a day. And let's say you enroll 10 clients, which is very doable in your first 30 days. And that's $2,500 revenue for the first 30 days. As far as the cash that you're going to collect, you're going to collect anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 plus. So let's just say that you collect a minimum of $500 for your $2,500 program. A minimum. That's the minimum I will require, is collecting $500. 10 clients times 500, that's 5,000. Typically for a $2,500 offer, you're gonna have some paid in fulls. You're gonna get some people to put down 1,000. You're gonna get some people to put down 750, 1,500, right? So most likely your cash that you collect is gonna be a little bit higher. But just for example, like that's how much you'll collect. And then we show you how to take, half of this money or all of that money, because you're still gonna get everybody else. If they put down $500, you still got $2,000 coming on the back end from the rest of the clients. So why not take all of the cash that you collected and put it right back into the ads? So this is where we go into scaling. This is why the mindset part is very important, and looking at the client financing system that we create for all of our clients. This is why this is very important, because you want to scale. We want to grow. We've already made the decision to, build a $500,000 a year business. So it's not like, oh, we make $25,000 the first month and we cut the ads off. No, let's have some more creatives. Let's do some long form if we're not, right? Let's do what we need to do and scale this thing and spend more money on ads if that's what the numbers is telling us, right? So you as one coach can take this to 20K a month. Once you get to 20K a month, let's add one hybrid team member that can help out with sales and client fulfillment. So now you got some more time back. So now you can focus on more things in the business, the things that the business is telling you to focus on. Now the things that you want to focus on, the things that the business is telling you to focus on, right? So now we get to $30,000 to $50,000 plus a month with 75 to 90% profit margins, and you continue to build this thing out. And you can do that with just one team member and some AI tools. You don't need nothing else. Maybe if you want to bring on another team member, you can, right? 1 or 2, hybrid team members, but for the most part, you and one team member and AI, and we good. Now, some add-ons that you can do that will just increase the retention and the profit margins. You're going to have a community, so you can start doing some things with your community, if that's events in the community, retreats, masterminds, having like some of the clients meet up on themselves and do some connections. That's just increasing the retention. You're going to get more referrals like that, and you're going to get more people to want to stay in the program because you also have a very powerful connection. Let's talk about the second vehicle, which is high ticket online coaching. Online coaching is not dead. I don't want you to think that, online coaching is dead. No, absolutely not. But things have changed, okay? And when things change, you have to evolve as a CEO. Keep in mind, we are now operating as CEOs. We're not operating like just fitness coaches no more. Like eventually we're gonna have somebody to do the coaching for you. You're gonna hire somebody that can do the client fulfillment, and you're gonna teach them how to coach, right? But the CEO gets paid more than the coach. The founder and the owner gets paid more than the coach. So you gotta start operating like that, okay? The cost to acquire clients for online coaching has increased. And with my clients, I haven't seen a significant increase because I'm telling them to do all the things that I'm about to tell you to do in this video. This is the reality. You can like it or not, I really don't care. But the reality is, there is more competition. There are more distractions as well. There are more distractions on social media and just in people's lives. There's just more distractions. All right. So that means that we need more leaders. There's medical weight loss companies pushing the GLP-1 companies. And guess what these companies are doing? These weight loss companies and these GLP-1 companies, they are investing into ads. They're spending $10,000 to $100,000 a month on ads. So all that is doing is just making the bid even much more difficult to get into. So if you're a fitness coach and last year you were running ads and your cost to acquire a client was $200, $250, and you were spending $1,500 to $2,500 a month on ads, and you were probably like, enrolling 10 plus or 5 to 10 clients a month, that's not happening anymore. You can't spend that amount of money and get those same amount of clients. This is why. There's more competition, there's more distractions, the attention span with consumers on social media has dropped, the trust has also dropped. So you can't just run a top of funnel ad to a VSL and a book call and expect that your close rate is going to stay the same as it was last year. That's not going to happen. We have to evolve as the times evolve too. Here are the new rules. You need better messaging. Like I was saying, we need more leaders on social media when it comes to health, fitness, and wellness, just because there's more competition and there's more distractions. So your messaging needs to position you as a leader, and you also need to start selling and marketing more of an identity transformation rather than just weight loss. Because that's one thing that these GLP-1s and weight loss companies and medical weight loss companies can't compete with. They aren't high-level coaches. You're a high-level coach. So that is a skill that you can leverage, that you can scale. So when you look at it from a CEO standpoint, a CEO mindset, you're just leveraging and scaling your fitness coaching skills. You're an expert coach. So the messaging has to evolve, the positioning has to evolve, right? And the content has to evolve in the sales process. And when I say better content, I'm talking about long form, YouTube, podcasts, anywhere there's not going to be like where the consumers actually want to consume the long form content. People are going to YouTube to watch long videos. That's what they're going to YouTube for. Of course, they're going there to, for education purposes and, how-to purposes and stuff like that. But people know that when they go to YouTube, they're going to watch a longer video compared to Instagram. People only want to watch a 7-second, 8-second, 15-second video. Remember years ago where people was like, oh, 15-second videos are going viral? Those aren't the videos going viral anymore. They're 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Right? The attention span has been cut in half, guys. So you don't want to compete with that. You want your short form content to do the belief shifting and creating the omnipresence, but the long form is going to give you the biggest swing on the needle. If you have a VSL, you haven't optimized it by now, you need to do that. And you need the authority content, guys. Okay, so the short form creates awareness. But awareness is not going to get you to sales. So this is why if you're operating in that coach mentality, you think I got to post more reels. That's just giving you awareness. So if you do that over a course of 12 months, you're going to build up eyeballs, but they're just going to be looking at you. And then when they get the ad from the medical weight loss or the GLP-1 companies, they're creating ad videos and content to get buyers. So when you can learn how to really understand sales and the sales psychology, you understand that long form creates buyers, and you start prioritizing that as your primary content source. So short form creates awareness, long form creates buyers. We want more buyers. The ads is doing the awareness. If you're running ads, the ads is giving you the awareness. This is why I say, you don't need to post all these different short form reels every single day and every single week, because your ads are already giving you the awareness. We need the long form and having more conversations and build more connections so that we can get the sales. So that's exactly what this self-selling sales ecosystem is doing, right? So here, top of funnel ads, and then we have middle of funnel ads along with the long form content on YouTube or whatever you're gonna have the content at. You don't wanna have the long form content on Instagram. You want it to be on YouTube or some type of podcast platform. And then we have bottom of funnel ads as well. And then once someone books a call, they get into your world on the back end, then we have the self-selling sales system, which is a series of 2 to 4 videos, right? Along with emails, SMS. By the time they get to the sales call, they are already sold. Here's what a lot of fitness and wellness coaches are doing when they're running ads now. They run top of funnel ads. They run that to a DM or VSL that leads to book call, and then they're making an offer right there on the call. No middle of funnel ads. When we have middle of funnel ads, we're speaking to our person at that stage, at that level. Okay, kind of think about this like a relationship. It's like, oh, like if I meet you, I just met you, we thinking about dating, we go on the first date, and then after the first date, I'm asking you to be in a relationship with me, or I'm asking, whatever it is that you like to do. It's not saying that it won't happen. It's just that your conversions are going to drop significantly because the trust is very low with consumers now. And there's more things to consume. So now if we can take them from top of funnel, oh, okay, we talking and then we go on a date, we get to know each other, they get to know you, and then they start binging your content on YouTube, your long form content. So you got 10 videos on there. They watch 4 of them, right? And it's speaking directly to you. It's speaking directly to them, right? So now they binge your content. And then after they book a call, they see the bottom on the funnel ad. And then also they say they watch 2 of these videos here. Say they just watch 2. And then they get an email, they watch another one of the videos, they get an SMS, they watch another one of the videos, and they show up to the sales call. They're like, listen, they already calling you coach. But when you don't have a system like this and you think you could just throw any type of ad up there, hopefully you get some DMs, hopefully you get some book calls, and then you don't get enough DMs or, it don't convert like how you want it to, and then you just turn the ads off. And you say things like ads don't work. No, this process doesn't work anymore. We need to get rid of this process, and we need an entire self-selling sales system like this, along with a client finance system. The CAC is, $250 to $500. We want the LTV to be, more than $3,000. We want that LTV to be more than $3,000. When your LTV can go up to like 5,000, like for me, fitness coaching with me, clients that stay with me for a year, they're paying me anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 for the year. This is fitness coaching, and it costs me about $500 to $750 to acquire a fitness client. That is upfront and retention. Now, these are numbers that we actually want, and we need to just understand these numbers. All right, because over time, these things are going to compound. And I actually have a video where I'm breaking down the client finance growth system in very in-depth detail. So if you want access to that video, I'll put the link below. I'll try to put the video somewhere around here as well. But essentially, this is showing us how to go and get one client, and it costs us anywhere between $250 to $500. Sometimes it could be higher, $750. Like if you got a program that's $5,000, like we're okay with paying $750 to $1,000 to acquire that client, especially if it's a very specific niche and it's, like a high profile type of client, like a 6 or 7 figure earner or anything like that. And then the cash that we collect, we go and get another 2 to 3 clients, and then we just rinse and repeat. This way you're not using your savings. You're not using your savings, or you're not going into credit card debt to actually get clients with paid ads. The goal is to fund growth with client cash flow. And we have a system to show you exactly how to do that. This allows you to not have any type of financial stress or financial anxiety while you are growing and scaling your multi 6-figure, 7-figure empire. And then the CEO alignment, listen, most people skip this. This is very important. The strategy isn't the hard part, guys. You are. We are the hard part. We have to master ourselves. We have to understand how to navigate through fear, self-sabotage, and procrastination, overthinking. If you are serious about building a multi 6-figure to 7-figure fitness empire and operating like a high-level CEO, and you want some advisory and not just another coaching business, go ahead and head over to Instagram and message me the word FEA right now. If you're seeing this video right now, I am accepting 10 fitness and wellness coaches that want to get inside of my fitness empire advisory, where I work with you one-on-one. We set up your ads, we install your entire self-selling sales system on the back end. We coach you around everything. We give you access to our CEO Alliance system so you can operate like a high-level CEO and make data-driven decisions and not make emotional decisions, so you can get to 300K to 500K annually and build a business of your dreams over the next decade. So apply there. I'll also put a link in the description. I mean, you can apply there as well. But if you want to, have a conversation with me in the DM before we move on to booking a call and giving you access to our business audit, where we audit your entire business systems and we also audit you as an individual, as a CEO. And with that audit, we come up with a custom game plan. So go ahead and apply, and I will see you on the other side.